Now, I don't find myself to be perfect. Like, I don't find myself to be a 10, 9, maybe not even an 8. I mean, all around. I don't think I'm all that. But if you living in a small town and you were a nonchalant dreadhead, you what's in style, bro. People will let it be known. They'll make it very clear to you that they like what they see. But the funny part is about that, is that I've noticed that before I've actually like grown up. I mean, glowed up. Cause like I'll tell you now, I didn't look the way I did before. You can check out my old videos. Is that somehow I found that I got more of an attention, attention that's different. I mean, I could say intentions too, because the intentions were very different back when I was fugly. Um, and I'm glad I said that because now it just makes me think like everything that humans perceive is about looks. So if you look like you're like a player, um, they will just assume they'll associate you with like player vibes and they expect you to act like that. That's another thing. One thing I noticed is that um people really expect me to be like a horribly mean type of guy and just because of the way I look, but it's not that I can't like be mean sometimes. It's just that like I usually prefer not to. And if I looked a little different, I think I'd get a pass for it, but people don't I don't know, they just don't know what to do if I ever try to like be nice. I don't usually do this anymore because I understand it now. But I was very different and less intentional about me being a rude person. Because it was always on accident. But I also had like a sweet spot, like pause. I had a soft spot, like somewhere in my heart. But now I just act accordingly to what people would want. More like girls, you know. But with guys too, like they kind of expect something out of me. Um, when really like if you're a black nerd and you don't look like one, people just don't they won't believe you when you say that you are. Or like you try to like act like you try to embody being a black nerd or like you know you're expressing yourself and then they think that what you're doing isn't real, you're doing too much, you're asking for attention when really you're just being yourself. And it seems like that it's all so much for people who, you know, don't usually get that. And obviously having good looks, it feels like it comes with a lot of negative with it. Cause I've been more ugly before, and sure I got dogged on, but like it wasn't I don't know. It feels like it wasn't personal because people were like, "Oh, yeah, you're ugly," but you know, wouldn't want to be you. But if people think you're attractive and they still dog on you for that, it'll be like it's more like envy, which is worse. It feels. He's like, "Oh, you're handsome. Nah, fuck you. I hate you for that. Like, what am I? You know, what do you want from me? I stay out the way, and then people just like project. They really project. And then I project, like, because I assume I assume that they're projecting, so I just project a less authentic version of myself, which is every day it seems like it's becoming more and more of like a real thing. Um, which is fine, you know. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm cool with my personality, but it's uh it's definitely like the more I've learned, I've stopped being so so nice all the time too. I was a real people pleaser. Uh, so and then that's never good because Like if you're good looking and you're also a people pleaser, bro. I don't know, man. People start acting mad weird, yo. Even like guys too. Like I don't know. So I've definitely stopped doing that because you can't have both. Like it's not good to have both when you're around certain people because they definitely want to take advantage of you. And as soon as they see your weak spot, they'll be studying you and they see your weak spot and then they'll try to as soon as it's vulnerable, they'll try to come for it. And you gotta hide that from people as much as possible. But second of all, if you feel like that's something that one of the people you're hanging out with would do, then uh, I digress. Don't hang out with them. Um, and I can't really speak on like your friends. I'm usually the most. I don't want to say it because it's not. I don't want to say it, but I'm usually the more better looking people around my environment most of the time. And it's not that I'm so attractive. It's that I usually hang out around less attractive people. Um, and throughout my entire life too, I've always clinged to the people that were losers, less attractive, all of that because they're just way projecting. I feel like I'm projecting again, but they're just more authentic because people that are more attractive fall into the same trap that I fall into myself. So it's like it's a never ending vicious cycle. Because you don't want to be ugly. You don't want to be like fucking. You'd rather be more attractive, but I'd rather be mid. Um, and if you think I'm mid, which I think I am, but fuck, yo, I'm just yapping, dog. J bro,